Good evening and welcome to another date on Journalist Hangout. I am Citizen Jones Usen. Today on the program, INEC declares Douye Diri winner of Bayelsa governorship election. APC's Ododo declared winner in Kogi governorship polls as Kogi SDP candidate vows not to challenge the election results in court despite allegations of rigging. It says it's a waste of time. And later on, we'll share this with you. After claiming victory by a huge margin, Governor Uzodinma urges opponents to join him to build Imo State. Well, I'm hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju, BKO. I greet you, Jide. Welcome back to town.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are joined by Majid Jamiu. Majid, I greet you too.
Good evening, citizen. Good evening, Nigerians.
So the team is ready. I hope you are.
Since it has pleased God.
Okay then, let's begin with the outcome of Saturday's governorship polls in Bayelsa State. After much adjournments and disruptions by political party agents, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, declared the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the incumbent governor of the state, Douye Diri, winner of the poll. Governor Diri polled 175,196 votes to defeat his closest rival, Timipre Sylva of the All Progressives Congress, APC, who scored 110,108 votes. Now, let's hear from the INEC folks. Please come with me.
It has pleased God and the Imo people to confer that honor and privilege on me. I congratulate and commiserate with my brothers who contested the election with me. They did not lose, but the Imo people won. This collective victory is for the good of the people and the progress of our state. I therefore...
The election was contested and the candidate received the following votes. Party A, 1017. Party APC, represented by Uzodinma Odidika Good Hope, score 540,308. 540308. Party LP, represented by Achonu Ineji, score 64,081. 64081. Party PDP, represented by Anyamu Samuel Nemeka.
That Diri Douye of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Signed by Farouk Adamukuta, the returning officer. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Today, again, election day, even if off-season, it's come and gone. Bayelsa kept us waiting.
Yes, and Kogi could just have kept us waiting as well. But the INEC decided against conducting the fresh elections in
some 59, polling booths.
59 polling centers.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, as they had previously announced. And I was like, so we are going to wait until next Saturday to know who won, because if you had to conduct those fresh elections in those places, you cannot declare someone winner. But INEC, in its wisdom, looked at the totality of votes that could come from all of those places where they ordered rerun, and then decided against having a fresh election, because even if we conducted a fresh election, it will not have any impact on the outcome, because the lead is a hefty one, what you could call an unassailable lead. So they just came to the conclusion that, look, let's declare Ododo winner and not bother ourselves with fresh election. So that is what happened. And I didn't think that for a state like Bayelsa, with just 8 local governments, that we needed to be kept waiting for that long. Yeah. I keep saying it that, look, today, India is the world's most populated nation. It is undoubtedly the world's biggest democracy. But if they conduct elections today, within 24 hours, we'll know the winner. And you can get so many Nigeria out of India. Is it in terms of the landmass or the population that we're talking about? If we say by our estimated population we are about 200 million, how about India? India is in billions.
1.4 billion.
Yes. So now we must be able to conduct elections and know the winner quicker than we do currently.
Because it's possible to do so. It's so possible so to do.
Yes, you see, there were some distractions, some delays. INEC complained in Kogi, for example, that it was let down by its partners because INEC does not handle logistics by itself. Moving ballot materials from polling station to polling station is done by INEC partners, the NURTW and the like. They help them to move this, yes, you know. So they got late to some polling centers and INEC was not really impressed. If one of these 3 states had been as big as Katsina or Kano, we would have had elections running into the next day, maybe 12 midnight or 1 a.m. Because you have a situation in which there are up to 700 people on, a polling center, and they are all on queue. And the regulation says that once you have lined up, they must be patient with you to conduct your accreditation and then vote. So you will find that when they don't get there on time, people are held back, the process is held back, and voting then extends into the night. You saw Ayo Zubaku at a polling center in Adamawa State where there was no illumination of any kind. They were using candle just because the place they don't have electricity supply.
The show can go on.
They didn't have electricity supply, and you had to. Manipulation becomes easier to do when you expect INEC to conduct its business in pitch darkness. It's just not going to work. So I believe that, look, it's an evolving process. We must continually seek to make our electoral process wholesome, have integrity, so that we'll get there. We'll be able to say one day that, come on, Jide, we can hold up our elections against the elections conducted in other countries, and we have to keep working at it. It is possible.
Jamiu, so Jide talked about India, largest democracy, with the size, sheer size and numbers, India conducts an election and the results are turned in record time.
Yeah, that's.
Are we a long, long way from home?
Well, I won't say so. When you deploy technology and deploy it well, you achieve very good results. And INEC is not alone in this matter. INEC is evolving from PVC, a permanent voter's card, to card reader. Now they are at the level of BVAS that takes both facial and thumbprint. But even at that, some people still want to circumvent the process. You see a situation where, like Jide said, INEC is not the only stakeholder in an election cycle. So they'll put their machinery in place, but where INEC hires logistics companies, I mean, quote and unquote, the likes of NURTW, and they cannot provide buses or motorcycles or boats, I mean, for riverine areas. I mean, for the purpose of election, they have to outsource some of these activities, which they have done. And you also need security. We have had instances of where people, security agencies, quote and unquote, compromise. And also, some fake policemen were arrested in some places, some fake soldiers. Is it INEC that came up with fake soldiers or fake soldiers? The stakeholders, the politicians, they are critical stakeholders. They are the major problems because of their do or die habit, attitude.
And rather lamentably, the INEC takes, because the whipping boy.
INEC takes the, I mean, you see people come on TV and say, INEC must improve on this process, INEC must do this, INEC must do that. What can INEC do?
It's a two-way street.
Yeah, so
the political
INEC
class
is playing its own role. The political class too must come up and see an electionary process as, I mean, not a do or die situation.
That's the only way, gentlemen.
You see the Labour Party
candidate,
agent in Imo that was bundled out of the collation center because he wants to disrupt the process. If you didn't do your homework well, I mean, Labour Party and PDP, they are the same. If you guys cannot come together, you will continue to lose elections. That is it.
Election, they will say it's rigging.
When they lose election, you say it's rigging.
Okay.
So.
But the Nigerian, the everyday Nigerian on the street must understand the dynamics.
And in Kogi, there are 4 major contenders. 3 of them are from APC. Yeah, so because if it's happening in Imo, we must also talk about the candidate of the SDP, Muntala Ajaka. It's from APC.
So an NWC member.
An NWC member of APC. The candidate of the ADC, Leke Abejide, is also an APC member. But because the White Lion and Ododo, very strong, he was able to sort himself out against a very weakling in Dino, for example.
Oh, come on.
Weakling, yes.
All right.
And I will explain.
I won't contest that.